All right, time for part number 16. Hopefully, you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Let us begin. June 25th, 1954. Dear folks, well, here we sit in dear old Cebu, Japan. It's slightly chilly and it's raining quite a bit, and it's a 45-minute boat ride to the landing, so I've given up on going on Liberty here. They start Liberty at 4:30 p.m. and end at 11 p.m., so it's not worth it. After we leave here, we go back to Yokosuka, and you have our plans for the next 3 months or so you can keep it with me. Sorry to hear Mary's missing part of the summer camp. I bet they're having real fun out there. Well, how'd you like the new house by now? Hope it's a lot better than the old one. Say, how much does it cost? Does a subscription to the Austin Statesman cost a year? I'd like to start taking it, just to keep up with the news. We don't get too much of it out here. Right, and let me know the details. Well, that just takes about the cake with Martha and Ronnie. I mean, about the car deal. Why the hell don't they transfer the guy to Indochina? Speaking of Indochina, it looks like it might still end up there. Did you read the paper anywhere about France asking the US for service of some of their American troop transports? Well, they want us to haul their troops from Africa north to Indochina. Don't bet your bottom dollar that I won't go, for you might lose it. Well, enough of that. Well, have you made up your mind on anything from Hong Kong? If so, please let me know in plenty of time. Well, as you know, China invented the firecracker. While we were there, this boy named Gunter and I went over to the beach. Like two good sailors, we got drunk. We got the idea of firecrackers in our heads and walked to the store. God, never saw so many different kinds, sizes in my life. Well, of course we had to try them all. Well, at the time, we didn't know that it's against the law to pop them off, so we go towards the fleet landing, throwing firecrackers inside buildings at the people, around rickshaws and a few other thousand things. Well, when we hit the fleet landing, we nearly blew it off the map. The Chinese people would gather around to watch us, and when we decided that they were too close, we broke up a mob with a couple baby-sized atomic bomb firecrackers, but the police stood on the corner and never said a word to us, but the priest, Catholic, who runs the landing, finally persuaded us to hand them over, which we did, but not before Gunther made him do a two-step with a firecracker about the size of your middle finger. Well, nothing really new to write about. I miss all of you very much. Love, Lewis. Here's our New Year schedule. July 2nd through the 4th, Yokosuka. 5 en route, 6th through 12th, Kobe. 13th en route, 14th to 28th, Yokosuka. 28th through 1st, August operations. 2 is en route, 3 to 15th is in Kobe, and 6 to 31 is operations. September 1st is en route, 2nd through 8th is Yokosuka, 9th through 10th is en route, 11th through 15th is BP, 16th through 18th is Moji, 19th through 22nd en route, 23rd through 7th Hong Kong, 8th make preparations to return to the States. We are supposed to stop in Hawaii on the way back. Hope so. This cruise would really be complete then. July 15th, 1954. What, dear folks, well, I guess you're wondering what happens to me in my letters. No excuse, just lazy. I guess the last time I wrote to you was in Sasebo. Well, from there we went to Yokosuka and then to Kobe. We were back in Yokosuka for a couple weeks, and then we go to Kobe again. Well, in Kobe, I found out that symmetric vases are the type of work, not the trade name. Well, anyway, they make Sustame vases in Kobe. They range in price from 1,800 yen each to 30,000 yen a pair. I'll try to pick out a good pair from you. I know a little shop where they have a pair made of something in order of a square. Majority of them are round. Of course, all of them have that crackle glaze. Believe me when I say I've cursed you for everything I can think of. It's like this. Well, in this hot weather, I got a heat rash under my foreskin. Well, I went to sick bay. The doctor treated it for me, and I am over it with it for now. I was supposed to have gotten circumcised yesterday, but the sea was too rough. Now it's supposed to be tomorrow. I'm going to have to put it off for about a week or so I can go to a ship party next week. I'll never forgive you for not having it done while I was a baby. I have some bad news. I don't think we're returning to Hong Kong. There's a scuttlebutt that we are going to Busan, Korea instead. I hope the hell we don't. But you know this Navy always changing. If we do go back, I'll get everything you want me to. Oh yes, they do sell cashmere by the yard, and I'll get some of it if we go back. As for Martha's letters, I've only received one from her. That was when we first came over here. But tell her to write anyway, after I get my thing out, damn you. I am starting to get my second photo album. I hope you like them. I've spent a lot of money on cameras and now have a Pigeon 35mm camera with a self-timer, light meter, filter, sunshade, carrying case, and almost all of the works. I'm planning to add a tripod, telephoto lens, and a wide-angle lens. I've read every photo magazine I can get my hands on, just like reading Chinese, trying to improve upon my picture making. Pretty soon I intend to start taking color pictures and buy a projector to show them. Yeah, if I can bum $40 by next time we go to Kobe, I'm going to buy this 8mm motion picture camera. One boy here has one. There's a million things you can take shots of. He has shots of Japanese dancers, and they're wonderful. Just little things like the one he took of when they raised the anchor, and good shots. They're easier to take pictures with. It doesn't cost much more than they're worth a lot more. How are the kids getting along? I bet they're really having fun in summer camp. Well, in about a month, I'll be 21, and boy, I'm going to get drunk. Just sloppy drunk. No, there's nothing else to say. I'll close right soon. Miss all of you. Love, Lewis. June 18th, 1954. Dear folks, well, today is Saturday, and naturally I have a duty to show a movie. Nothing new to write about. About half the ship here is left for operations, and it's really dead. Of course, all the prices have dropped. The more sailors, the higher the prices. I met this girl in the new Yokosuka bar, beer hall, and I have a date with her tomorrow. I'm to catch a taxi and go with her to meet Masan, Pop-san, and her sister. I'm taking my camera to flash attachment. Maybe I can catch some good pictures of a Japanese house. Her name is Fukio Shawa. She is my little golden girl because she has the prettiest roll of golden teeth you ever saw. But she has a swell personality and speaks very good English. I had one girl in Kobe. She could say a few words in English, and I can speak a little Japanese, and when I had hit it around and around, mostly we just sat and looked at each other. She would wave a fan of hers about 30 miles an hour and bat her eyelashes just as fast. It's sure crazy when two people get together and can't talk to each other much. But I have to say, it's international. Well, I've run out of things to say. Right soon. Love, Lewis. That concludes the end of part number 16. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Apologies if I read a little fast. I do have to fix a few things, but I will do my best. And hopefully you guys are able to read yourselves with the pictures on screen. But without further ado, you all have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And enjoy the rest of your day. As me signing off.